Welcome to learning how to navigate the PowerPrep. This video will cover the basics of using and getting around the program, including a couple of tricks. We will cover the following 5 main topics: the main user interface homepage, each study area's main window, actual content navigation including graphics, audio, and video, using multiple simultaneously open windows, and the quiz area, because it has a couple of special navigation issues. Keep in mind, there is no single one right way to use the PowerPrep. That's part of the beauty of the program. It can be molded to fit your needs, but to get the most out of it, you need to know the details about how it works. So let's dive right in with the main user interface or homepage. After you activate your account and log in and select the program you want to study, you will arrive here, the main user interface or homepage. This tracking update window pops up, but I'm going to close it for now, but I'll come back and show you how to bring it up anytime that you want. Let's start up here in the left-hand corner. You get a welcome. In this case, it's Welcome Fred 4. It shows you your program name, SAT Premium with ebook and license extension. It shows you your serial number and your program user ID. And then across the top here, you can see the date. There's a full screen option. You click that, it opens the program to the full screen. There's a settings. You're going to learn more about this at a different time. But one thing here is you can change your password. Just put in your old password and your new password, and you can change it there. You can also edit users, means you can go in and open up a different program. But again, that's going to be shown in another one. Also, you should always use the log out button here when you close. Now coming down the right hand side, this is the expiration date, tells you when your program expires, the days remaining on your license, your build number, the content version. If you use the refresh button up here, if there is an update to the build number or the content version, it will update it. But also every time you log into your program, it will automatically check to see if you have a newer build or new content version. So you rarely would need to use this refresh button. Also, your progress tracking lives right here. A real quick overview that you have, like for this one, I have 166 out of 3,429 completed. That's 5%. And if you click the More button here, it will pop open that initial tracking page, so you can come back and get that anytime you want. Also, this information right here is really important. If you're watching this video, you probably already know this, but it tells you that before you do anything else, you should watch this video, and to get to that video, you click here, and that will open up the initial how and what videos that you've probably already watched. And if you want to get to the other how-to videos, you can click More, and it will bring you to that location. You can also get to the how to use the videos inside the virtual classroom, and I'll show you that in a minute. Also, right on the main user interface, you have a link to where you can download all of the officially released exams. So it makes it real easy to get those. So these are the first 2 things that you should do. Watch all the videos and then download all of the officially released exams. Alright, then across the bottom here, this is the tray, and these are the icons. So they're divided into a group of 3, a group of 4, and a group of 2. This first group of 3 contains information that you would look at before you're actually starting into your study. This group of 4 is really where the bulk of your preparation and study will happen. And this is testing information here. There's a vocabulary, workshop, and testing environment, and then this is the main quizzing testing environment. So you will spend most of your time in the classroom, the ebook, which is integrated into the classroom, text resources that have additional information, and then the flashcard section called Fast Track Tips. And notice that it tells you not only the name of the section, but also how much is completed and the percentage. So this one is done 18 of 343 or 5%. Okay, that was a quick look at the main user interface or homepage. Now let's take a look at the tray icons or the study areas. Like I mentioned, the classroom is where most of your study will take place. So you open up this tray icon and it opens up the virtual classroom. And there's a lot going on right here. Each one of these icons will open up a similar kind of window. It tells you the name of the area. In this case, it's classroom. You have the same icon here as down here, so you know. It also tells you a little bit about your tracking. Total is 166 out of 3,400, or 5%. It tells you specifically what your tracking percentage progress is in the classroom. And then this is an overview of everything. You have your classroom again. You have your classroom time, how much time you've spent studying in this section. You have your total items, just as you did up here, and your total time. It also gives you a breakdown for each of the areas in terms of progress, and you can click next to get those, and it tells you the percentage, the actual fraction of the items completed and left, and the amount of time you've spent in each area. This kind of information happens every time you open one of the areas of study. So this one's the ebook. You get the same setup. You get the icon, the name of it. You get a summary of your items completed and the percentage. You get your amount of time for this particular area, and then a summary of all of the different areas. So there's a window for each one of the study areas. The classroom, where the videos live, the ebook, the text resources, the tips, also known as flashcards, the vocabulary area, and the quiz. Like I said, this is where most of your studying is going to happen. After you open a window, you can minimize it using this button right here, and it puts it down here in the corner. And to open it back up, you do that. You can close it by clicking the red button, and now it's closed. You can open it again, clicking down here. You can also make the window smaller and larger by dragging it this way, and you can move it around the screen. That functionality will be useful later on. Okay, now let's look at the left-hand nav. Each window for each of the study areas has a navigation down the left-hand side similar to what you see right here for the classroom. It tells you the percent complete. It tells you how many you have completed and how many total there are in that section. So for example, in math, there are 194 items. So if you click on math and drill down to the next level, it's divided into arithmetic, algebra, geometry, trig, top 10 traps, etc. For example, in algebra, there's 5% complete, 2 out of 39. If I drill down deeper into algebra, I get more levels of explanation, and then ultimately, if I want to actually look at content, I can click on like solving for 2 variables, and I get the video and the practice questions for that. Each of the study areas has a similar setup. It has a left-hand nav, and you drill down until you get to the content you want to study. So this is inside of text resources, and if I drill into geometry, triangles, now here is information. This is the information along here, and here it is. Also, in this area up here is a breadcrumb or a path. So let's back out of this. So if we go into the classroom and we pick math, and then we begin to drill down inside of math, you can see that it's building the path. I'm in virtual classroom, math test, geometry, Pythagorean theorem. And this is an active path, so I can go back using the path and click on that. It's a little bit faster doing that. So if I went into the reading, instructions, and I wanted to go back out to the virtual classroom, so this is an active path up here. It's a good way to navigate around the program.